as more lives are lost to domestic violence in Kent County and around Michigan. The state is moving to keep guns out of the hands of domestic abusers. News 8's Byron Tollefson has more on what the State House passed overnight to save lives.
Brian, it's aimed to prevent domestic violence from turning deadly.
Domestic violence is taking more and more lives each year in Kent County.
The reality is that domestic violence, intimate partner abuse, is really prevalent in our community.
The CEO of Safe Haven Ministries, a Grand Rapids nonprofit supporting survivors, says homicide rates for domestic violence have surged over the last 2 years. Many involve weapons.
Research across the country shows that access to firearms increases the likelihood of homicide of a domestic violence victim by 5 times. The research shows that access to a weapon matters and people's lives are at stake.
Just this week, dozens of people have hearings across Kent County for domestic assault charges. They include repeat offenders. Another is accused of assaulting a pregnant woman.
That fear and that use of power and control with weapons is real in the lives of domestic violence victims.
Now, Governor Whitmer is expected to sign a package of 3 bills aimed to keep guns out of the hands of convicted abusers. Under the legislation passed by the State House Wednesday night, abusers cannot buy, own, or transport guns for 8 years after their sentencing.
We do create a safer community for everyone. And I think that's important to realize this isn't someone else's problem. This is our whole community's issue to bring solutions and accountability around.
Current state law already blocks abusers convicted of domestic violence felonies from owning a gun up to 5 years after their sentence. But there's no state law blocking those convicted of misdemeanor domestic violence from having a gun.
Within our criminal justice system, often perpetrators rarely get to the level of a felony conviction in terms of assault.
That would now change, affecting a wide range of misdemeanor charges, from assault and battery to stalking, vulnerable adult abuse, and more.
It only lists 8 misdemeanors which are consistent with the type of violent behavior.
But the bills could face legal challenges. Next week, the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to hear a similar case challenging a 1994 federal law that bans people under domestic violence restraining orders from owning guns. But Michael McDaniel, the director of Homeland Law at WMU Cooley Law School, tells News 8 that even though the looming Supreme Court case is a concern for the bills, it would take a very unique ruling to overturn them.
They could decide the case in a way that would cause these new laws in Michigan to be unconstitutional. But I don't see them deciding the case that broadly.
Those opposed to the bills have said it's unnecessary because there's already a similar federal law that bans those convicted of misdemeanor domestic violence from having a gun. But advocates argue that doesn't apply to all domestic abusers, and enforcing that is a problem with limited federal resources.